Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Now, on HHS In-Depth, Trent Freiberger brings us a story on different brands of laptop chargers and the safety concerns they pose.
Plus, we'll give you more information about the anonymous quick tip system here at Homestead.
And we'll give you a recap of the Homestead Classic Showcase from last weekend.
Later on, I'll be in to let you know about the chillier weather we'll experience going into this weekend and next week.
I'll catch you up on all the exciting activities in our Performing Arts Department later on in Behind the Curtain.
And I'll get you caught up on another busy week of Spartan athletics and Down to the Wire.
All that and so much more
coming up today on HHS In-Depth.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, February 20th, and thank you for joining us today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Emma Munoz.
And I'm Bella Cook. And Emma, over the weekend, I got to go to the Homestead Classic Showcase, and they were just amazing.
Oh my gosh, it was my first time personally going, and I'm so sad I can't do it again.
Me too. All of the performances lit up the stage.
Speaking of lighting up, recently here at the school, what started as an ordinary class period quickly turned into a dangerous situation when a laptop charger suddenly caught on fire, leaving behind smoke, damage, and a serious safety concern. So how did it happen, and how can students prevent it from happening again? Reporter Trent Freiberger joins us now to tell us what caused the incident and what you need to know to keep your devices in your classroom safe.
2 weeks ago, a Homestead class was interrupted when a student's computer charger ignited, setting the surrounding carpet ablaze and turning a functioning computer charger into this, a charred, melted mess of block and wire.
But what caused it to catch fire? Well, it turns out that the student was using an HP brand computer charger that couldn't meet the wattage demands of the school-issued ThinkPad that it was charging, causing overheating in the charger and eventually combustion.
With an event like this obviously being very dangerous, Homestead's tech department would like to give some directives on proper charger use.
First, never charge a device with a charger that isn't specifically made for it. Second, don't use off-brand or low-quality chargers. And lastly, if you happen to lose or break your school computer charger, don't take the risk of using one from home. Replacement chargers only cost $27.
If you follow these guidelines, you can ensure the safety of your peers and your device's battery. Trent Freiberger, HHS In-Depth.
Thanks, Trent, for the story.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
In local news, Butler University's new deaf education program is drawing concerns from members of the deaf community. The online master's program will train teachers to focus on listening and spoken language skills for deaf students. However, some advocates say it does not include enough instruction in American Sign Language or ASL. Supporters of the program say it is designed to give families more educational options, not replace sign language. The program is expected to begin in fall 2026. In international news, the 2026 Winter Olympics are underway, bringing both elite competition and unexpected headlines. Norwegian biathlete Sturla Holm Lagreed earned a bronze medal, but attention quickly shifted to his post-race interview where he shared personal regrets, admitting to being unfaithful in his current relationship. The seven-time world champion's comments sparked widespread reaction online, turning what would have been a routine podium moment into one of the most talked about stories of the game so far. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is coming up next.
Environmental Club is proud to announce
our brand new recycling roadmap to help you recycle the right way here at school. with brand new things you are able to recycle. So now you should recycle in addition to clean paper and cardstock, clean plastic, clean glass, and clean aluminum. Things you shouldn't recycle include gum, Kleenex, any caps and lids, or anything with food scraps.
It's simple. Clean it, sort it, recycle it right, follow the recycling roadmap, and keep our planet shining bright.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
The saying goes, when you see something, say something. But speaking up isn't always easy. A resource many people may not know about is Quick Tips, an online reporting tool that allows students, parents, staff, and community members to submit information to district administrators anonymously or with their name attached.
Anytime that there's a quick tip that's reported, you get to choose which basically building in the school district you want it to go to. It has the elementaries, it has middle school, it has the Citadel. As an SRO for the district, we get things that go to all the quick tips that go to any of the buildings because we don't know what the specifics are for that quick tip.
Quick Tips are truly anonymous if you choose not to fill out the optional contact information. And submissions are only reviewed during school hours when school is in session.
In essence, the way we want this quick tip to be used from a law enforcement perspective is a way to report information when it involves safety, security, or wellness to students or the overall school here.
To report a concern about students, staff, or a school property, submit a quick tip using the link shown below or call the tip line at 260-431-2100.
Tonight, a local theater group known as Fort Wayne Youth Theater opens its production of Peter Pan and Wendy at First Presbyterian Theater. The show features talented performers from across the area, including several Homestead students, with freshman Gwen Updegraff starring as Peter Pan. Performances are tonight at 7 p.m., tomorrow at 2 p.m., with a relaxed performance at 4:30 p.m., and the final show on Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets sell quickly, so be sure to reserve yours soon. For more information, visit their website on visitfortwayne.com.
Last Sunday, many district students, including several from Homestead, traveled to the Fort Wayne Museum of Art to receive awards for Scholastic's art and writing competition. Among the honorees were two of our own teachers, Mr. Beer and Mrs. Jones, who were nominated by the students for the Educator Award, recognizing only 7 educators across Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio.
You always hope you're helpful and you encourage and you push them and you help them do their best work. But then to hear that they felt that way, and then a few of the comments that the Fort Wayne Museum of Art shared with us for what students said, it really meant a lot.
I was very humbled to be nominated by my students, and even more so when she forwarded me the comments that they wrote about me. Their words mean the world to me. I think I'm just going to keep doing what I do, which is loving people well and making my classroom a safe space for kids and helping them love art as much as I do.
Congratulations to Mr. Beer and Mrs. Jones and all Homestead winners from last weekend. If you'd like to see the award-winning art and writing, the museum will be open to the public from February 14th through April 12th, featuring gold, silver, and honorable mention works on display throughout the galleries.
Environmental Club's New to You sale is returning next weekend. The annual sale is expanding to both Saturday and Sunday this year, with proceeds benefiting the Environmental Center and recycling projects around the school. We'll have more information about the resale on next week's show.
Many clubs are offered at Homestead High School, but some fly under the radar. Reporter Ethan Bushnell takes a closer look at one club you should keep on your radar, especially now during Black History Month.
There are many after-school clubs offered at Homestead with various activities to participate in. There are some lesser-known clubs that would benefit from having more people participate in them. One such club is Minority Student Union. Minority Student Union is a place to learn about different cultures, specifically African American, Hispanic, and Asian cultures. It is a safe space for chatting, socializing, and making connections with fellow students.
We meet up, we talk about the problems of the world or the school, dealing with minorities or just problems in general.
Interested in being a Unified Track partner? There will be a Unified Track call-out meeting for partners on Friday, February 27th, right after school in Mrs. Hoffer's room, B1042. Attendance is important because an application is required to participate. And if you have any questions, please email Mrs. Hoffer at the email address shown below.
Just Because Week is coming up, and it's time to sign up for the Notorious Netters Volleyball and Dirty Duckers Dodgeball. These events are for juniors and seniors and take place March 9th through the 13th in the Homestead gyms. Entry is $10 per player and $5 per coach. Pick up a packet from Senora Peeper in room A1027. All paperwork is due by 2:45 p.m. Tuesday, February 24th. No late or incomplete packets will be accepted, and team names must be school appropriate.
Class of 2026, it's time to vote for senior superlatives. Voting closes today at 3 p.m. You may vote for up to 2 students per category, but each student can only win 1 award, so be sure to choose different classmates for each. Superlatives will be announced on Senior Activities Day, May 15th. Check for the link in your school email or contact Senora Peeper with any questions.
Anyone interested in Homestead cheerleading for next school year, a parent-student call-out meeting will be held March 10th at 6 p.m. in the Gray Box. Enter through door 33. Tryout clinics run March 23rd through 25th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. in the Blue Gym, and you must attend all clinic days. Official tryouts will take place March 26th starting at 3:30 p.m. in the Blue Gym. For questions, contact Coach Sunderland at the email address shown below.
It's now time to take a moment to recognize Black History Month. Throughout February, we'll be highlighting individuals whose leadership, courage, and contributions have helped shape our nation and continue to inspire generations.
With Black History Month past its halfway point, today we take a closer look at Frederick Hampton, a prominent member of the Black Panther Party, an African-American protection organization during the Civil Rights Movement. Born on August 30th, 1948 in Summit, Illinois, Hampton grew up during one of the most segregated times in America. He was the youngest of 3 children and grew up in a Chicago suburb where his parents moved from Louisiana during the Great Migration. Hampton graduated from Proviso East High School, where he was known for his excellence in public speaking. After graduating, he set out to improve his community and use his public speaking skills to empower the oppressed to, quote, gain control of their own lives. To improve his community, Hampton started survival programs, such as the Free Breakfast for School Children program. To unite people, he founded the Rainbow Coalition, an alliance of African American, Puerto Rican, and white groups in an attempt to show interracial unity could lead to desegregation. 3 years after graduating, Frederick Hampton was assassinated on December 4th, 1969 in Chicago, Illinois, in his bed for his involvement with the Black Panther Group. Hampton is remembered for his leadership skills and his positive effects on African American infrastructure in Chicago. Eli McAllister, HHS In-Depth. Up next, we'll highlight another famous figure during this week's segment of Black History Month.
This week, in honor of Black History Month, we are highlighting Muhammad Ali. Ali, born as Cassius Clay, is known as one of the best boxers of all time. He started boxing at a young age after his first experience with injustice after his bike was stolen. By 22, he was the youngest heavyweight champion in the world and had won an Olympic gold medal. But even with these accolades, he still faced discrimination and segregation. Clay officially changed his name to Muhammad Ali and converted to Islam at 22 and denied being drafted into the Vietnam War. Because of this, Ali received a boxing suspension but continued to speak out against the war. Before he passed in 2016, he earned a Presidential Medal of Freedom and became a United Nations Messenger of Peace. Today, we recognize him as not only a boxing sensation, but an international symbol of freedom and peace. Owen Kruger, HHS In-Depth.
As a student-run newscast, we work every day to inform our school community and tell meaningful stories. But beyond our campus, local journalists play a critical role in keeping our community informed. For Black History Month, I spoke with a local reporter about her journey, strive for Black voices to shine in the field, and what it means to report news to the people of Northeast Indiana as a powerful Black woman.
Representation is so important in certain industries, such as news. You know, it is so important for little Black girls and little Black boys, and not even just Black kids, but Black and brown. People who may not have that representation, to see people in spaces that they want to get to.
As a Black journalist, Mia hopes to create an impact for kids all over Allen County.
When a little girl just like me, who's watching the news every night and saying, hey, like, I think I want to do that. And they watch me and they say, well, she's doing it and she looks like me. So I know I can do that. And that's all that I hope. Grateful for Black History Month and kind of Black stories being amplified during this time, but I think it's important that, you know, people take the time to make sure that they're spotlighting Black voices year-round, not just during Black History Month. Not only just Black stories, but everyone's stories as a whole.
Reporting for HHS In-Depth, I'm Madison Rosine.
Well, Emma, I've been loving this warm weather. Last night I got to wear shorts to practice and I was just ecstatic.
I'm so excited. I finally also pulled my shorts off the shelf, but I'm not sure if we're going to be looking forward to that in the upcoming weeks, luckily. And with us now is weather reporter Amelia Ripka to tell us what we can expect.
Well, with Punxsutawney Phil seeing a shadow a couple weeks ago, this weekend may be winter's final hurrah to keep us all inside. This weekend is going to bring with it some chillier weather than what we've experienced from this past week. Today, we are experiencing the highest temperature for the start of the weekend with a high of 47 and a low of 29 degrees with partly cloudy skies with winds up to 35 miles per hour. Saturday comes with cooler temperatures with a high of 38 and a low of 27, bringing with it partly cloudy skies throughout the day. On Sunday, make sure to wear a jacket if you go outside during the day, as the temps go down to a high of 33 and a low of a brisk 23 degrees. Cloudy conditions continue to persist throughout the day, bringing some breezes with it. Thankfully, with a couple more chilly days at the beginning of next week on both Monday and Tuesday, the weather begins to warm up and goes back into the mid and upper 40s for the rest of the week. Amelia Ribka, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Amelia, for filling us in on this weekend's forecast.
Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come, including an all-new Behind the Curtain and Down to the Wire, coming up right after this.
Next week, reporter Carter Jagger brings us a story over Anonymous Blue, the Homestead Show Choir's backup band. Be sure to catch that story and much more next week on HHS In-Depth.
Tonight, it's the biggest rivalry in Fort Wayne as your Homestead Spartans look to earn their first SAC title since 2022 against the Carroll Chargers. Come out and support your team. The theme is Blackout and tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. at Spartan Arena and online on the Homestead Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Behind the Curtain. I'm Alice Ford, and this past week was full of incredible events for the Performing Arts Department. Homestead's show choirs hosted their very own competition right here at home. The Homestead Classic Showcase featured competitive choirs from all over the country. Reporter Kaya Noem has more on this event.
Over the weekend, Homestead Show Choirs hosted their 27th annual Homestead Classic Showcase. Over the 2 days, a total of 40-plus groups performed. Out of the 40, there were 11 middle schools and 29 high school groups competing. With that, it takes Homestead Showcase to being one of the biggest show choir competitions in the country. The winning groups were Lafayette Jefferson, Ross, Fishers, and Columbia City. While Homestead Show Choirs did not compete in it, they still performed their show to show it off to the audience. If you missed coming to Showcase this weekend, make sure to come around next year to see this amazing event.
Switching to the Homestead Band, last weekend, Homestead's 3 jazz bands all won first place at the competition at Snyder on Saturday, making it the first time in Homestead history that all 3 jazz bands have placed first at one competition. Indoor percussion also competed this past weekend. placing first in their class at Carroll, marking the last weekend as a first-place sweep for all groups. Homestead's dance team took the stage this past weekend at the NDA National Competitions in Orlando, Florida. While they were there, the team spent some time at Universal Studios, bonding with each other and spending time out in the Florida sun, overall enjoying the hard competition as the varsity jazz team placed 4th and the JV jazz team placed 5th. The annual spring musical is just around the corner. Mary Poppins will be flying into the Homestead Auditorium in late March and will include various speaking roles and featured roles in addition to leads. If you are interested in auditioning for this performance, sign up outside the choir room doors. Auditions will be next Monday and Tuesday, with dance auditions on Wednesday. Please come prepared with a 30-second song clip and a backing track. That's all for this week's Performing Arts Updates. Congratulations to all the performing arts students, and we wish them the best of luck in their future competitions. For more performing arts updates, stay tuned for the next edition of Behind the Curtain. Alice Ford, HHS In-Depth. Next up is an all-new edition of Down to the Wire. Here's Braxton Hall with your sports update.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire as winter sports roll on and wind down. I'm Braxton Hall. We start things off last Saturday as the girls swim and dive team competed in the state finals in Indy. Homestead finished 12th as a team at the meet, while 2 Spartans, McCartney Mahler and Elle Hollingsworth, finished as all-state members. Carmel placed first as a team for their 40th straight state championship. Last Saturday, the boys wrestling team was also in postseason action as they competed in semi-state at the Coliseum. The Spartans finished 7th place as a team, with Drew Heisler and Hunter Douglas being the 2 Spartans who qualified for the state finals that begin tonight and continue tomorrow in Indianapolis. On Monday, the girls gymnastics team took down Concordia, earning victory by a margin of 5.825 points. Jillian Krieger was the leading scorer for the Spartans in the vault, balance beam, floor exercise, and all-around, while Caitlin Reynolds led the team in the uneven bars. The team's next meet will be on Monday here at home against East Noble. Shifting to the hardwood, on Tuesday, the boys basketball team picked up their 6th straight win as they took down East Noble 48-38. Mac Walker led the Spartans with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Homestead's next game will be tonight here at home against Carroll. Last week, 4 Homestead juniors were presented with the 2026 Beyond the Game Leadership Award.
The Beyond the Game Leadership Award is given to 2 junior girls and 2 junior guys of any sport for their leadership within their team and school.
Congratulations to Caden Kreider, Jake Kuhlman, Audrey Johnson, and Caroline Meyer, this year's award recipients from Homestead.
Winning this award means a lot to me because it demonstrates that I've worked hard on the court and also as being a mentor and a leader to others. Before we go, it's time to reveal today's male and female Spartan athletes of the week. Nearly every week we have a show. We will select 2 winners from a current sport, and the winners can pick up their prize from the athletics office. Congratulations to this week's winners from the boys wrestling team, Hunter Douglas, and from cheerleading, Lily Meyer. Last Saturday, Hunter won the 138-pound weight class at semi-state, and he will wrestle for a state title tonight and tomorrow. Meanwhile, Lily has spawned a new program here at Homestead, Champions Cheer, which brings together varsity cheerleaders and athletes with disabilities. Congratulations to both of you and all Spartan athletes with big performances over the past week. That'll do it for this edition of Down to the Wire. Good luck to all Homestead athletes in competition this weekend. You can stay up to date with all Homestead sports by following Homestead Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. Emma and Bella, back to you.
Thank you, Braxton, and thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure to follow our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We look forward to seeing you again next week for another episode of HHS In-Depth.
Enjoy your weekend, Homestead.